Hi, it's Tracy. It is Thursday, March 8th, 2012, and I am reporting on my week 11 post-op Lapband update. My Tuesdays are my weigh-in day, so this past Tuesday when I weighed in at 274.8, which is very exciting because that was a 3-pound loss from the week before. 26.4 since surgery, 38.6 since starting the pre-op liquid diet, 55.2 total from my highest recorded weight and from June of 2010. So I'm very excited about where I'm at 11 weeks out, 55 pounds down total. I've got my little chart. Yay! Keeping track of it. The dark purple, that was my first 10% loss. And then my next one is coming up very quickly, right here. So I'm very excited about that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pounds to go to that second 10% weight loss. And what I decided to do to celebrate was to buy myself some jewelry. I love jewelry. I don't have a lot of jewelry, and I decided time to start taking care of myself. I have a friend that's having a Leo Sophia party this weekend, so I'm going to pick up my first one for my first 10% and get that, and then put my eye out for a couple of other pieces for the next couple of goals. So anyway, it was a good week. Take the 3-pound loss. We've been doing a lot of family walking after dinner. My boys have been very excited about that. The dogs are loving it. We have found there's a path behind our house, not a very long one at all, but we're usually starting out on the path and then we'll wind through the neighborhood. So one loop that we did the other day was about 20 minutes, so I'm figuring it was about a mile. And then the other loop that we did yesterday took us about 30 minutes, and so I'm hoping that was like 1.25, 1.5. I have to get the pedometer app working on my phone so that I can track that a little bit better. Right now I'm doing more based on time. The other thing that I started doing, I've been doing the walking. We just got Just Dance 3 for the Xbox Connect, and so we've been having a lot of fun as a family doing that. I recorded my sons the other day, and my husband and I were just cracking up watching them do that. Of course, I forced my husband to promise he would not record me doing it. I didn't want to have that on tape, not yet. So we've been having fun with that, and we'll do 15, 20, 30 minutes of that a couple times a week. And then at school, a couple of the girls wanted to start a walking running club after school, so we're doing that on Mondays and Thursdays. I didn't get to go on Monday of this week, but I did go today, and we did about a 30-minute walk, just around the neighborhood at school. 4 of us walked, and then there hadn't been about 6. I think that we're doing more jogging or like the walk run. So I'll touch base with them tomorrow and see how that went and how far they went. Maybe later on down the road, that's something that I can do as well. More of the walk, run, and work my way up. But yeah, lots of activity. The weather's getting nicer here. We're really spoiled. Had a couple of 60-degree days, upper 60s this week, so I think that's really helping, to get more of that activity in. Water was one of my goals for this week. Not so great. Getting in at least 32 ounces. A couple of days got my 64. I think the best thing for me to do is if I can knock out 32 ounces before I even eat breakfast, that's when I find that I get the most bang for my buck. Because I get the 32 ounces out of the way, and then by the time I make breakfast and we're on our way to school, I usually eat my breakfast in the car. It's been at least a half an hour from the time I finish the water until I eat breakfast. Then by the time I get to school and everything's going, trying to get the morning going, then the phone's ringing and distracting me, sorry. But by the time I get my morning going, then It's about an hour after I've eaten, and then I can start drinking again. And I try and do another 32 ounces before lunchtime. Ooh, I better turn the light on here so you can see me. Trying to track down the phone ringing. Anyway, so I need to still keep working on the water. Okay, I don't see the phone in here. I heard it ringing though. Oh well, not important. Vitamins are good. And food has been okay. I am really noticing my second fill, which is excellent. Sorry, I'm all over the place here. Really noticing my second fill. And I would say probably within the last week and a half, I feel like I am a Lapband surgery patient. Prior to that, it was all those beginning weeks and trying to get adjusted, first fill, even the beginning of having the second fill, just wasn't feeling it very much. So I'm excited to actually feel like I have this tool, that it's going to be working for me now. So I have that. Oh, I know the other thing. So the first Saturday of the month, my surgeon's office has a support group meeting for Lapband patients. Actually, 2 Saturdays a month they do behavioral health classes. The first Saturday of the month is a Lapband support group. The third Saturday of the month is bypass and sleeve support group. So anyway, I had gone to the support group in January. I missed the February meeting, so I was back for March. Attended the behavioral health class. It was on problematic eating. That's an interesting topic. I think that's the topic that I went to, or I attended when I had to do my one required class for the insurance. So anyway, I sat through that, and I actually had a friend meet me there who's considering having bariatric surgery, and so that was nice to actually sit with somebody and be on the other end of things where I could try and answer some questions and tell her about my experience. She didn't stay for the support group meeting, but what was interesting and scary, a little discouraging about the support group meeting was that the majority of people that were there were Lapband patients that were 4 and 5 years out, all of which were up in weight. And hearing each of them talk, they were anywhere from 10 to 40 pounds up, and for all different reasons. And I must have started getting this really worried, panic look on my face as I was just kind of listening to everybody's stories and, people answering questions and asking questions and giving feedback. And the psychologist, Dr. Crane, who is wonderful. I'm very comfortable with him. He's got a great sense of humor, very approachable. He turns and he's like, okay, wait a minute. Miss December, which is what he calls me because I had my surgery in December. Miss December, you're listening to all this. You're only 2.5 months out. What are you thinking? I just wanted to say, I'm panicking, panicking because I'm seeing these people who are 4 and 5 years out who are struggling so much. And so we talked through some of that a little bit and some of the issues that I've been having with, wanting to be patient, knowing that it takes time, that it's kind of like this little science experiment of getting used to your new body, the sensations, how is your band feeling, how much can you eat, getting used to all that. It's a slow process, but I want it done. I want it done now, quick. So we were talking through some of that. But when I was driving home and thinking about it later, I realized each of the people that were there at that meeting, 4 and 5 years out, that had gained weight and that were sharing their experiences, weren't following the rules and guidelines for Lapband patients. They weren't measuring their food. They weren't always eating protein first. They weren't sticking with 3 small meals a day. Weren't drinking water. Every single one of them shared something and admitted that they weren't doing what they were supposed to be doing. So that kind of calmed me down a little bit when I realized This is for life. This is for life. Protein first, 3 small meals a day, drink your water, take your vitamins, exercise. You need to do these things all the time for the rest of your life. And even though that sounds huge and scary, it calmed me down because this is what I'm trying to learn and do now. These are the habits I'm trying to develop and continuously follow day in and day out. So it was just kind of interesting. So I don't know if any of you attend support groups, and if you do, if there's a variety of people there that are newer, closer to surgery, or people who are a couple years out. But I'd be interested in hearing some of your experiences from your support groups, and kind of how things run there. There's actually a support group at another hospital in the area that I'm thinking of attending as well, as I figure all the support you can get, better off you're going to be. So I hope all of you are doing well, and I got to get upstairs and tuck my boys in and get things wrapped up for the night here, but I wanted to give an update, and here's to a good week, everyone. We'll be back soon. Bye.